Hey everyone, it's Night Flame and welcome back to my channel. This is episode 3 of the comic book haul. I just got my shipment earlier today and I wanted to go ahead and finish filming this. I just filmed episode 2, so you're gonna see back-to-back episodes. You'll see me with the same outfit as well. I promise you, same day filming, not that I'm wearing the same clothes. Okay, so I have a couple of comics I got from my comic book store, and then we can pop open to this comic book service haul that I got this week. First, let me show you what I got from my comic book store. I did read this title. This is the only thing I've read so far, and that is King Spawn, issue number 55, written by Matthew Rosenberg with art by last name Knocklick. The art was good. I've never read King Spawn. This is the first time I've ever picked it up. The art could have been better in some sections. I do think the coloring was good. Like, my biggest pet peeve, especially with younger characters, is how sometimes they draw them looking crazy. Like, he looks young in the face, but for some reason the body's giving like 40 years old, right? It looks a little bit eerie. But besides some of the facial expressions and some of the characters, which I find hard to tell their age, it was good. I liked it. I'm definitely gonna go more in depth in my review episode, but definitely a fun book. I did not expect to enjoy it as much as I did, so yeah, excited to see what's to come for Spawn. And I think the next issue of Spawn comes next week, so we'll have some Spawn there. Next is a facsimile edition. This is JLA Avengers issue number 1. I got this variant by Ryan Stegman, which is different from the regular cover, but I believe this was released, I don't know how long, maybe early 2000s. So this is just a reprint of it. Written by Kurt Busiek and art by George Perez. You'll see it right here. Should be fun. I've never read this, so this will be my first time reading it. But yeah, looks really cool. We'll see. Obviously, this won't be part of the review episode since this was released a while ago and it's a reprint. Last but not least, I got Capes, issue number 7. This is meant to be a new jumping on point for this series, so if you have not read it at all, I believe issue 1 through 6 was a reprint of like the first volume that came back when Invincible was being released. Now we're getting actual new story. Robert Kirkman is still kind of overseeing the plots, but Benito Sereno, who's been writing Blood and Thunder, he's taking over as the main writer for this series. I have not seen the art for this. I was reading the first couple of issues last night to kind of get caught up on this. I don't know how much those issues are necessary. I think they just give you a good plot of what's to come, but the art does look better. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I honestly have no expectations. This is meant to be the first appearance as well of a character called Elemental. So we'll see if she's memorable and worth the price. So there we go. Capes. Okay, so this is this week's haul. As you can see, very thick. Let me just pop it open and then start discussing it there. I did not expect this to be a heavy week, just because usually the last weeks of the month they tend to be a little bit light on reading, but kind of a heavy pile, so let's discuss it. First is Ultimate issue number 24. This is the finale of the Ultimate series. We'll see. I got this variant by Juan Fergari, who's been the main artist of the series. I've enjoyed the beginning, but it's been kind of losing steam, unfortunately, with Endgame. Definitely could be better, but at least I do like the art, so it should be a fun book. Next is the Amazing Spider-Man Spider-Versity issue number 2. I got this variant by Per Perez. He's the main artist of the series. I did not know this was going to be a miniseries. Apparently, it's only going to be 6 issues. It's basically Norman Osborn bringing all the Spider characters together and making them work as a unit rather than individuals. He's getting the help of Spider-Woman to kind of shape up the kids, but it's been fun. I mean, we only got 1 issue so far, but I do like that cover. Next is Wiccan and Hulkling, Raid of Ultron, issue number 1. This is a one-shot. Specifically, I believe it's kind of like the Pride anthology for Marvel. I do like Russell Dodderman, who does the cover, so I had to get this cover. I'm a huge fan of Wiccan as well, so we'll see what this series brings. Yeah, don't know what to expect from it. I haven't even seen like the preview, so we'll see. But that's Wiccan and Hulkling, Raid of Ultron, issue number 1. These are reprints of Superman and Spider-Man issue number 1. They're actually kind of variant covers, and I got 2, so let me just show them back to back. Here we go. Okay, so this one is drawn by Dan Mora, and we don't typically get to see him draw Spider-Man or Superman, so I thought this was really, really cool. Getting this Dan Mora variant, so I had to get it. Really nice. And then this one was drawn by Jorge Jimenez, who is doing a Alex Ross homage, I believe. But we don't get to see Jorge Jimenez draw these characters as well, so I had to get this, and I just thought it was cool. The two DC powerhouses, just their art styles. I loved it. Had to get it. And they're going to be monumental issues because they're like a crossover between DC and Marvel. Next is Corpse Night, issue number 2. This was actually really fun as well. Issue number 1 surprised me a lot. I'm actually in it for the long run. I believe this is a mini-series, though. Only 6 issues. The writer for this is Michael Shaves. The artist is Matthew Roberts. And Rico Renzi, who used to do Spider-Gwen coloring back in the day, is doing coloring here. And the art, everything about it, top-notch. So, super excited for that. Next is Red Roots, issue number 2. This one, not as optimistic as the other series, Corpse Night. I actually did not enjoy issue number 1 as much as I thought I was gonna. The mystery here is interesting, but it's actually more like supernatural than anything. It kind of brings in different creatures. It's not as like horror driven as I thought it was gonna be. But we're gonna give issue number 2 a shot to see if maybe this changes my mind. And that's Red Roots by Image, written and drawn by Lorenzo De Felici. Next is X-Men issue number 30. We continue that Danger Room story arc. I believe this is the last part of it. We'll see where this goes. I mean, they're kind of prepping for DNX, so this current storyline is kind of like whatever. But yeah, we'll see. Just really like this cover. I believe Herman Peralta is the artist for this, for the cover. But interior, I believe it's Netho Diaz who's been doing it. I want to see it. Let me see real quick. Yeah, Netho Diaz is doing the art, and you can see this really cool shot of Magneto. So we'll see where this goes. Haven't been blown away by it, but I gotta support the X-Men as much as I can. And at least the title is digestible. So that's X-Men issue number 30. Next is Green Lantern issue number 35. This one is kind of in the chopping block, to be honest. We'll see. It really needs to impress me. Last issue was good. 2 issues ago, I still needed to be a little sold on. We'll see now. I mean, I like Kyle Rayner. I just thought the story would take like a different type of direction. It's definitely going more the humorous route. But we'll see. We'll give this a shot. And that's Green Lantern issue number 35. Let me pick that up real quick. Alright. Next is Exquisite Corpses, issue number 13, I believe. So this is the finale of Exquisite Corpses. I don't have the numbering on the cover because this is a variant, but it's really cool because you can see every killer there and making up a full face. We'll see. I'm really intrigued to see if they can stick the landing for this. It's been so good so far. But definitely we'll see how the last issue plays out because that can make or break a series. Next is Stray Dog / Feral issue number 23. I got this variant, which is an homage, I think to Rosemary's Baby. I could be wrong. But yeah, super cool. It's been a crossover, a surprise crossover between Stray Dogs and Feral, and the creative team has been doing a great job at managing both. Super excited for this. We got the previews for Marvel, which I'll dig through. I've done a video talking about the solicitations, but it's always good to have like physical format. Okay, last couple of issues. Next is Hyde Street, number 12. We're continuing that Butcher storyline. This is part 2 of that. We'll see where this goes. It's been fun whenever we get a chance to get this come out, because it comes out like every 2 months, it seems like. It's a fun series, right? Like, I enjoy it. The art is really good. The story's great. And it's easily like digestible in the terms of like I can go 2 months without having an issue, and then I can pick up where it left off. The plot isn't too convoluted for you to forget things. So I enjoy it. We'll see where issue 12 takes us, and that's Hyde Street, number 12. Next is Absolute Wonder Woman, issue number 20. I believe we have the finale for that Satana storyline. Hayden Sherman is on art. That will never be disappointing. And Kelly Thompson on writing. We'll see where that goes. Next is Detective Comics, issue 1109. We continue that story arc with Black Canary and Green Arrow. We'll see where this issue takes us. It's been fun as well. Nothing crazy, but I just like seeing those characters team up. So if you like that, you'll definitely enjoy the series. Finally, we get Dan Mora back on Justice League Unlimited, and this is issue number 19. It's been a while since we've got Dan Mora back on art here. I believe Clayton Henry was doing the previous 2 issues, but now Dan Mora is back alongside the Brainiac Queen, and we'll see what she does. Is she going to test that new amnesty that the supervillains have with the superheroes post-DCKO? We'll see. And we continue with Dan Mora pulling double duty this week with Superman issue number 38. This has been so much fun. Like, genuinely has been so much fun. I'm glad we have Superboy Prime taking over. His story arc has been fun to see. I'm actually disappointed that we're getting like a crossover already within the next couple of months, because I really wanted to see his story flesh out. But we'll enjoy while it lasts. That's Superman number 38. Next is Doom Quest, issue number 1. This is written by Ryan North, who's previously written Doctor Doom a lot and the Fantastic Four and One World Under Doom. This is a new storyline. I'm not necessarily a continuation of that, but it's kind of like a what if story with Doctor Doom. I think he's going to travel through time and make different decisions, and we'll see how that impacts his life. But excited for these. They have some really cool Alex Ross covers coming, so this one was dope. Okay. We continue with Infernal Hulk, issue number 7. Infernal Hulk against the X-Men. What else needs to be said about this title? I've honestly enjoyed every bit of it. It's been really fun. Just a fun title that doesn't get talked a lot about. I think within the next couple of months it's going to start crossing over within like the full Marvel universe. So this is a glimpse of things to come as the X-Men try to stop him. So should be fun. Really wish Nick Klein was the artist though. I know he said he's going to draw the 3rd arc, but he's truly been missed. Next is The Flash, issue number 33. Ryan North is the writer for this, and he continues dissecting Wally, and now we're going to have to deal with this bomb that Wally has to find, but he's been getting distracted because people have been kind of like putting themselves in near-death situations to make some money, and it's really been messing with the Flash. So we'll see what happens, but it's been a really fun series. Next is Boyd Rivals, which I feel like we just recently got. This is the last part of the Quintesson War, so you know crazy things are bound to happen. I'm excited. The last couple of issues have been building up to a very thrilling conclusion, so we'll see where this goes. And that's Boyd Rivals, number 30. Escape is back. Honestly, very, very missed. Beautiful series, written by Rick Remender, drawn by Daniel Acuna. Visual masterpiece. The story is really there as well. It's about war. Last time that we got, I think he got captured. I have to kind of see where issue number 6 ended, but I believe he might have gotten captured, and we're going to pick up from there. But super good series. And last but not least, Zatanna, issue number 2. Excited for this. If you guys think that this is familiar, this is actually an homage to our variant cover for Absolute Wonder Woman for the first appearance of Zatanna. So I had to get this. I love the callback. Although very recent, it's already kind of a masterpiece on its own, and that's why it's being referenced. Granted, it's the same artist, but it's funny because it makes sense. We saw her Absolute version, so it just makes sense to see the regular version in this format. So excited for this series. Obviously, it's very premature because it's like only issue number 2, but we'll see where that takes us. So let me know what you guys picked up this week. As you can see, I have a big pile of books to work through. Honestly, it didn't seem that big, but now, yeah, definitely a lot to read this week. But yeah, let me know what you enjoyed and what you recommend for me to read this week as well if I didn't pick anything up. So have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next one.